Grab your trusty whip and slash your way throughout all 3 indie classics in this no-thrills-barred video game adventure. If it happens in the movies, it happens here. The giant boulder from Raiders of the Lost Ark, the minecart chase from Temple of Doom, 3 trials from The Last Crusade. It's 3 times the indie, all in one blockbuster game pack. And this is Indiana Jones's Greatest Adventure from Factor 5 and JVC Digital Studios, released in October of 1994. And, well, we got some problems already. Grab your trusty whip because you have to, because you don't start off with it, you have to find it. If it happens in the movies, it happens here. Well, if it doesn't happen in the movies, it also seems like it happens here to me. This is, of course, Indiana Jones, part of that whole JVC Factor 5 Lucas thing. This was released to coincide with Star Wars Return of the Jedi from JVC and LucasArts, and plays similarly platformer-wise. Pardon me. So, if you're familiar with the Star Wars games, imagine you move a little slower, but nothing else is any better. And that's what you get here. There's also a Sega Mega Drive Genesis port, and yeah. It was never fully released, I guess, for the Genesis, because at about the end of the Genesis's lifetime, a lot of the third-party stuff was never released. So maybe you can find a ROM of it somewhere. I don't know. It's an action game. It's a platformer. You move. You have a whip. You can punch. You can roll into them, I guess. There's a gun. There are grenades. You can swing across pits. Fly a plane. Ride a minecart. Going down a mountain. Etc., etc. This has, of course, the same graphics engine as the Super Star Wars series, and yeah, I don't really care for Indiana Jones as a character all that much, and I don't really care for this game, mostly because it does feel so much like the Super Star Wars games, which I think are nigh unplayable for the ridiculousness that you have to do to get through them. Reception of this game, Famicom Sushin gave it 25 out of 40. The Game Pro described it as decent, though unexceptional. Cited the game's faithful recreation to the scenery and enemies, but found the graphics are inconsistent. The music is excellent, but doesn't really change, and the stages are too easy. 4 reviewers from Electronic Gaming Monthly contradicted this, saying the game is extremely challenging, 2 of them adding that it suffers from frequent unavoidable hits. They did praise the graphics, especially Mode 7, and gave it a 7 out of 10. I would say that I think the platforming is really easy, but I think enemy placement makes it difficult. Think kind of, what am I thinking? Think kind of Ninja Gaiden, I guess, in a way. Would you play this? Probably if you like the movie a lot. If you like platformers, there's better ones.